So, good morning, everybody. Everybody in fifth year, and welcome to students who have joined in for our assembly this morning, and to any parents who are joining us as well for the assembly. You're very welcome back at the beginning of 2021. And as I said at the main assembly on Monday morning, it is very strange for us, of course, to be back online. We had hoped otherwise that we would be in school, but here we are, and we will work away together over the next number of weeks. So we said we'd have an assembly this morning, and Mr. Kassan and Ms. Cronin are here joining me this morning for the fifth year assembly in order just to check in and to talk about life in fifth year online. Now, I know you guys had the experience last year. A lot of you were in transition year, of course, and some of you were in third year when we were online last year. So you have a sense of what it's like working online. But I suppose the stakes are higher this year now. And we certainly learned that in regards to this year's sixth years. They had a stint online last year. And I suppose the lesson we learned and what we want to share with you is very simple. None of us know where life is going to over the next 12 months. We're hopeful, and we're very, very hopeful with the vaccine where life is going to, and that things will improve and that we will get life back to normal. But there's no certainties around any of this at the moment. So we must assume that we have to work day by day where we are now. And that's the important piece, is that we put in good, genuine, industrious work now, each day, where we are at the moment. And we don't waste our time. We don't wish it away. We don't second guess ourselves and say, yeah, sure, it'll be all right, and I'll be fine. I'll start working when we go back to school. We take it now, reality today, and focus on your work. You have a course to do. You will have a Leaving Cert next year, one way or another, in one form or another, and you need to get yourself ready for it. And the material and the information and the work needs to be covered. And now, today, there is work to be done. So what I'm asking you to do, and what I'm recommending that you do, is that you take your routine. We're following the timetable. You take your daily routine and you work genuinely, with concentration and with dedication, along with your teachers, following the timetable over the next number of weeks, for however long we are online. And that you don't lose out and you don't miss out on the work. That you make the best use of this online time. And that's my invitation to you in fifth year. So we start off our time in fifth year now, positively, with energy and enthusiasm and dedication. And I'm going to invite Ms. Cronin now to join us and to join into the meeting, because I know that she has a little bit of reflection on all of this to begin her input with. So over to you, Ms. Cronin.
Okay, hi everyone, and thanks, Mr. O'Rourke. I'm going to begin our assembly, as we always do, with a short reflection. It's a little prayer for students. Dear God, thank you for the gift of education in every form. As you prepare to start a new year, may confidence be your foundation, may grace be your guide, may hope be your compass towards a brighter future. I pray that you have eyes to see the needs of those around you and a heart to care. May you face each day with positivity, knowing that no matter what comes your way, you are not facing it alone. So again, you're all very welcome back, and I wish you all a very happy new year, and I hope you're settling in well to the new regime that is online learning. And I want to just compliment you on your level of engagement. I've got some very positive feedback from teachers with regard to the amount of work you're doing online, and I know we're only on day 5 yet, but I hope that you build on that good work and that you continue to work at that level. It is, of course, a very difficult new reality, and we understand that. We realise that it's not easy for everyone to engage at the level that you would like to, or that we would expect you to. I know, for example, that a lot of you maybe have issues at home, as in you've got parents working from home, maybe college students who are working at home, younger brothers and sisters in exam classes, primary school kids, maybe even toddlers or babies at home. So it's not always possible to get the peace and quiet that you would like to have to be able to work. Space may be an issue in your home. You may be sharing devices. The Wi-Fi may be under pressure there. So it's not easy. For a lot of you, it is of course your first experience of learning online at this particular level. In third year last year, once the junior cert was cancelled, some of you may have taken your foot off the pedal. Those of you who were in fourth year, which is most of you, maybe the focus wasn't so much on the academic in fourth year, and again you may have eased off a little bit once the schools closed in March, and that's maybe understandable. So it's your first time really working online where the stakes are as high as they are now. You are, after all, halfway through fifth year, which means that you are a quarter way through your 2-year Leaving Cert course. So it's very important that you do engage and you do keep up with the work and you don't put it off. A daily routine, of course, is hugely important and being organised. And it's been well documented that people who achieve the best outcomes and people who suffer from the least stress are people who have a good routine and an organised routine. So it's very important that you get up early in the morning, that you're dressed and ready to log on at 9:20 or 9 o'clock on a Wednesday, and that you take your breaks at the assigned time, that you take your lunch at the assigned time, and that you eat healthily, that you have a healthy breakfast, a healthy lunch, and that you try and get into a healthy sleeping routine as well, which can often be difficult maybe in the weeks following the Christmas holidays. It's very important, of course, that you have a clear, uncluttered work area, and again, you may be sharing a room with other siblings. Not every household is lucky enough to have a spare room that can be turned into a home office. I certainly don't. And it's very important that you keep your materials, your books, your notes, your folders, your files organised, easy to access when needed, and that you pack them away neatly, that you're not surrounded by clutter at night when you're going to bed. It can be very difficult to have a good night's sleep in a very cluttered environment, and very difficult in the morning to get up and face a room where it's just chaotic. This year we are, as you know, we are doing more online classes maybe than we would have done March to May last year. We're introducing far more live online streaming, which is probably far more beneficial to you and to us as well. And this sort of active online learning is very valuable, really. You should make the effort to engage with the class. You know, to turn on your mic and your camera if required, to answer questions, to get involved in discussions, to ask questions online. And as well as that, then we will also be using what's called asynchronous learning, which is the system that we would have used largely last March to May. That would have been posting work on Google Classroom, posting instructions and notes and so on Google Classroom. So it's a mixture of both, really, and it's very important that you engage with both. There will be a roll call every day when there are live classes, as you know already, and absenteeisms are recorded, and we're going to be following up next week on that. So it's very, very important that you attend all of the live classes. It also, of course, is very important that if you can't, for some reason, obviously there may be personal reasons, there may be technical reasons why you can't, and it's very important that you let your teacher know. There's no point in emailing me that you can't attend your English class. Email your English teacher directly and let them know that you won't be attending if there's a valid reason. Of course, it's very important when you do log on to your online classes that you're not just lying down in your bed, or you're not logged on your laptop and on your phone and social media in the meantime. It's very important that you learn actively, that you participate actively in the class as much as it's possible to do so online. So, for example, that you take notes as the teacher is speaking, that you ask questions, you get involved in discussions, that you underline materials, that you follow the book, that you follow instructions in class, that you get involved actively as you would if you were in class. Very important as well that you keep up with deadlines. Now, we do understand, we're very cognizant of the fact that you can't always have an exercise done on Monday for Tuesday. You may not have access to a device and so on. So we're going to be quite understanding and quite lenient with giving deadlines. Having said that, you need to organise your work so that you are not letting a backlog pile up, so that on a Sunday night you're not writing 5 essays that have been given to you the previous Monday for the following day. So organise yourself there and keep track of the work and keep on top of it. Important to note as well that any of you who are involved in learning support, that learning support classes will be continuing as well. So it's very important. You may have been concerned about that lack of individual support, but that's going to continue as well, which is very good. Self-care, I suppose, is always important, and maybe even more important in the current climate. So again, it's very important that you have downtime, that you switch off. It's certainly not healthy to be online on the phone on classes from 9:30 to 3:30. And then maybe doing homework on top of that, and then to have your downtime, including screen time as well. So I would certainly urge you to make sure that your downtime involves something other than social media or Netflix, that you do something like, obviously, get out, go for a walk, get some fresh air, get some exercise, engage a bit more with your family, help out around the house, maybe listen to music, read a book, just to do something that's different from the online learning, because in fairness, spending that amount of time in front of the screen is not healthy for anybody. You're aware that we have a Google Classroom page for all of 5th year, and up to, I think, Wednesday, there were about 170 something of you online, and I spent Thursday inviting all the other 40 or 50 of you or so who hadn't signed up originally. So I'm glad to see that most of you who got an invitation did. It's just a click of a button to accept the invitation and to join the Google Classroom page. There are, I think, about 10 of you who still haven't joined, so it's very important that you do so. If there's any information or any announcements that we need to make pertaining to you, particularly in 5th year, we will do it as the fastest and most efficient way to do that. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, make sure that you sign up to that Google Classroom page and you accept the invitation. If there's anybody that I missed out on, then just email me and I can invite you again. And if you noticed, maybe yesterday on the Google Classroom page, I posted some information about a very interesting and very relevant upcoming event. Mr. Kazan actually registered the school for this event, I think maybe last October or November, and the Health Promotion Committee in the school are really promoting this event. It's called Health Fest, and I'll just quote you there what it's described as. It's a free festival of fun-filled demonstrations and engaging talks. It's aimed primarily at students in your age group, 4th years and 5th years, and it's an interactive platform to deliver information from experts on various topics that pertain to your wellness. So, for example, it starts off with a workout from Greg O'Shea. I'm sure you all know who Greg O'Shea is. There will be talks on mental health, nutrition, physical health and well-being, meditation, scavenger hunt, exhibition stands, and lots of prizes to be won. So very, very valuable, and probably even more valuable now. And by the time it comes to the end of January, when this is on, I'm sure you'll be well in need of some downtime and some advice on how to look after your physical and mental well-being. So that's on Wednesday, the 27th of January. It's on from 2 to 4. It's an online event. So obviously you're in class at that time. You have a subject, and you have double Irish as well. I'm not sure what the other subject is. But I'm sure that teachers would allow you to miss those classes to attend that event. I think the value of this really cannot be underestimated. The only issue there, the important issue there, is to realise that you have to register individually for this event by the 20th of January, which is actually next Wednesday, the coming Wednesday of next week. You register with your email and you get a password, and then you use that password and that same email to log in on the day. Okay, so you cannot decide just to log in on the 27th of January. You have to have registered in advance. And I'll remind you again via Google Classroom. So all the information and the link is on Google Classroom for more information on that event, on information of what's on and how to register for that. So I would certainly highly recommend that. I think it's a very valuable online event for you to take part in. So again, as always, I just want to remind you that if you ever need any advice or any support that's not subject related, obviously if there's a subject related issue, then you contact that subject teacher directly. But if there's anything that I can do for you in the pastoral area or in a supported area, I will certainly do that. It's very difficult to support people remotely, but I will certainly, Mr. Kazan as well, will do all we can to help you and support you and advise you in any way we can through these difficult few weeks. And we hope it's only going to be a few weeks. So again, don't hesitate to contact us there. So thank you very much, and I'll hand you over now to Mr. Kazan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Cronin. I'd like to follow up on a few things there with Ms. Cronin. She spoke very comprehensively about virtually everything to do with online learning and you as 5th years this year. I just wanted to let you know that the success of your online learning really is all about communication with your teachers, mainly in that two-way communication with your teachers. To do that, you must sign into the classes and make sure you're logged on, and your teacher will take the roll call, as you know, every morning. If you can't sign on, let your teacher know the reasons why. But the success of this so far has been absolutely phenomenal. We've been checking the roll calls, and the vast majority of pupils are in all of their classes. So thank you. Keep that up. That is the key to your success of your learning. We will follow up with students and families where we see that there are issues arising, and there's a lot of work happening behind the scenes there. I won't go into it, but be assured that if you're having difficulties, we will help you there. Okay, just to follow up on a few things Ms. Cronin said, students with learning support will have learning support classes, so they need to check in with their teachers for those classes as well. Okay, that's important too. The Google Classroom has got a very good sign-up rate. There's a few people left, like Ms. Cronin said. You know she invites you when you haven't signed up, so please sign into that and maybe log on for the Health Fest in a few weeks' time. And I really don't have an awful lot more to say. Ms. Cronin covered everything. If you're not in the classrooms, if you're not online with the teachers, lads and ladies, you can't learn. So this is your learning period now. It's different. Nothing we can do about that. This is where we are, but there's a phenomenal amount of work being streamed out to students from the teachers' homes in the main. So click into it and use that facility to help your learning. And we are really at the top of our game here, I think, in that. For the percentage of classes that are being streamed out, I think it's huge. Okay, so stay safe, stick with your learning. We'll be in touch. I'll put you back to Mr. Rourke now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kazan and Ms. Cronin. So now there we are, just at the beginning of our couple of weeks online. We have made a very good start, as Mr. Kazan and Ms. Cronin have just said. So we build on that and keep it going, guys. We need to have the perseverance and the dedication there and just keep at it. And the only way to do this is one day at a time, day after day after day. And follow your timetable. Keep going with it, guys. Keep the focus on the work, and it will stand to you in the long run. So we'll be in touch. And as everybody else has said, be safe. Keep well. That's the most important thing at this stage. Okay? Cheers for now.